In this session, we will discuss about the Spearman's-Frank correlation. Spearman's-Frank correlation generally denoted by the symbol rho, and this is also another technique that we can use to check or test or measure the relationship between two variables. Here, when we are discussing about the Spearman's rank correlation, it is used to discover the strength of an association between two sets of data, or two sets of data in the sense two variables. It can be used any kind of data which can be arranged in a sequence. In simply, we can say that if you can rank the data, then we can use this Spearman's rank correlation. Therefore, except the nominal scale data, for any other data, we can use this Spearman rank correlation to obtain or measure the relationship between variables. But generally, I told you previously as well, in the previous session as well, for the interval scale and ratio scale, even though we can apply this Spearman rank correlation, we tend to use the Pearson correlation, since Pearson correlation coefficient is much more powerful compared to the Spearman's rank correlation. Therefore, even though we can apply the Spearman rank correlation for interval or ratio scale data, we are not likely to have it for that. Therefore, uh, for most of the time, for the ordinal data, we use Spearman rank correlation to test the relationship between variables. But for the nominal scale data, we are not going to apply the Spearman rank correlation. If you need to apply it for the interval or ratio scale, here also we need to convert the data into the ordinal scale data. When we're discussing about the chi-square test for the nominal scale data, using the chi-square test, we have tested whether there is a relationship between the variables, or there is no any relationship between the variables. That's the only thing that we have tested for the nominal scale data using the chi-square test. But using the Spearman rank correlation coefficient, we can find out the strength of the relationship as well. Therefore, Spearman's rank correlation is generally lies in between -1 and +1, and according to the value that we are getting, always we are getting a value which is in between -1 and +1 for the as the Spearman's rank correlation. If we are getting +1 as our answer, then we can say that there is a perfect positive correlation between two variables. If we are getting -1, then we can say that there is a perfect negative correlation between the variables. And if you are getting the value as 0, then we can say that there is no correlation among the variables. If I brief about the correlation, we can say it in this way. Generally, we can say that correlation lies in between -1 and +1. Therefore, here we get -1, here we get +1, and in the middle of these two, we are having 0. Therefore, if we are having a value, if we are getting the value as 0, then we can say that there is no correlation. But if you can have a value in between 0 and 1, including 1, then here in this side we can say that there is a positive relationship. There is a positive relationship among the variables. But if it is in the left side of 0, then we can say that there is a negative relationship among the variables. Therefore, if it is a positive, means increasing of one variable, or one increasing of one variable increases the other variable as well. But if it is a negative relationship, increasing of one variable decreases the value of the other variable. Therefore, in here generally we can say that if it is 0, no relationship. If it is in between 0 and 1, there is a positive relationship. If it is in between 0 and -1, there is a negative relationship. And apart from this, we can say that if it is +1, it is a perfect positive. It is a perfect, and combining with this, it is a perfect positive relationship. If it is -1, then it is again a perfect negative relationship. But for any other value in between this -1 and +1, we can again categorize them into three categories. But these values are depend according to the field as well. But generally, we are considering these values in the following way. Suppose that if you are having the values in this way, then we can say it is zero point 0.3, and here we can say it as 0.6. In this way it is minus zero point 0.3, and here it is minus zero point 0.6. According to this as well, we can categorize it in, if it is in between 0 and zero point 0.3, then in this region we can say that there is a weak relationship. If it is 0 to zero point 0.3, weak positive relationship. If it is in between zero point 0.3 to zero point 0.6, then we can say that there is a moderate relationship. And if it is this 0.6 to 1, then we can have it as a strong relationship. If it is for the positive side, for the negative side also we'll get the same. If it is in between 0 and minus zero point 0.3, then we can say that there is a weak relationship. If it is in between minus zero point 0.3 minus zero point 0.6, then we can say that there is a moderate relationship. And if it is in between minus zero point 0.6 to minus 1, then we can say again that it is a strong relationship. Therefore, by combining them with the positive, then we can say that if it is in this region, we can say that there is a weak positive relationship. If it is in between this region, then we can say that there is a moderate positive relationship between the variable. Then if it is in this region, then we can say that there is a strong positive relationship between the variables. But if it is in this region 0 to zero point 0.3, then we can say that there is a negative or weak negative relationship among the variables. If it is in the region of minus zero point 0.3 to minus zero point 0.6, then we can say that there is a moderate negative relationship. Then if it is in between minus zero point 0.6 to minus 1, then we can say that there is a strong negative relationship between the variables. Therefore, this is the scale that we are used to comment on the value that we are getting. Therefore, these values 0.3, 0.6, minus 0.3, minus 0.6, these values may be vary according to the situation, but as a norm, we can consider that the cutoff points at zero point 0.3 and zero point 0.6. Now, if you look back to the Spearman's rank correlation, here we can see that these are the values. According to this scale, we can comment on the Spearman rank correlation coefficient as well. Now we'll see how we can obtain the coefficient, the Spearman's rank correlation coefficient. If there is no tied rankings, I will explain about the tied rankings in the latter part of this session, and how to calculate Spearman's rank correlation if you are having tied ranking as well. And here I will take that if there is no any tied rankings, then the value for rho can be obtained, or the Spearman's rank correlation can be obtained using the formula rho equals 1 minus 6 times summation of d squared over n times n squared minus 1, where d is the difference between the corresponding the ranking of the corresponding pairs, and n is the number of pair of observations. And if you see about the calculation procedure, as the first thing what we need to do is we need to rank the columns separately, and thereafter we need to calculate the difference between the ranks, and thereafter we need to apply the formula and substitute the values to obtain the Spearman's rank correlation coefficient. Therefore, now I will then I will discuss about calculation of for this example as well. Here, as the first thing, we'll see whether we are having any type rankings, and we'll see uh, whether how we can apply this formula to calculate the Spearman's rank correlation. Okay, for as the first thing, it is given that for the subject they are having marks, and here you are asked to calculate the Spearman's rank correlation. Apart from using the marks, here they are asked to use the Spearman's rank correlation. Therefore, what we need to do is we need to rank the data separately, and thereafter we can perform the calculation. Okay, as the first thing, since it is given in the row wise, I will try to write them in the column manner. Therefore, I will include the marks of the English for first column and marks for mathematics in second column. Therefore, if I create the table, here I am getting the first column for marks for English, and in the second column I will consider the marks for mathematics. Then if I write down the values for English, it is 56, 75 marks for English, 56, 75, 45. Thereafter we'll get 71, 62, 64, 58, 80, 76, and 61. Therefore, these are the values we are getting for English. For mathematics, the values here, what I have done was just write down these values in the first column. Here in the second row values, I will try to write them in the as the second column. Now for the mathematics, values are 66. Then next is 70, then 40, 60, 65, 56, 59, 77, 67, and 63. These are the data that they have provided. If I explain about this data, for the student number one, he or she has got 56 for English and 66 for mathematics. Then for the student number two, that student has obtained 75 for English and 74 maths. Then 45 for English, 44 maths. Likewise, these are the values that we are getting. And as the first thing, what we need to do is we need to rank these columns separately. Therefore, I am having the ranks for English, and thereafter I will take the rank for mathematics. These are the two columns I need to construct: rank for English and rank for mathematics. Therefore, when I'm ranking, I am giving number one for the highest value that I'm having, and in the descending order, I am giving the rankings. Number one gives for highest, but if you need, you can mark number one as the lowest value as well, and accordingly in the ascending order, then you have to rank the data set, but here I am ranking the data in the descending order. 80 is first I am ranking this column. Then if I rank this column, then 80 has the rank number one. Then the next smallest value is 76. Then it comes the rank number two. Thereafter 75 becomes rank number three. Then next rank is 71. It is 4. Rank is 4. Then 64 comes as the rank 5. Then 62 becomes rank 6. Then 61 should be rank 7. Then 58 is the next ranking. Then here we'll get rank number 9, and here we are getting rank number 10. So far we have not made any type ranking. It means that no any two similar values were obtained. Therefore, for this column there is no any tied rankings. But here also we need to check it as well. For when we are ranking mathematics, we can see that highest mark is 77. Therefore, here we will get rank number 1. Then rank number 2 goes to 70. Then rank number 3 goes to 67. Then rank number 4 goes to 66. Rank number 5. Rank number 5 goes to 65. Then rank number 6, it is 63. Rank number 7 is 60. Rank number 8, 59. Rank number 9, 56. And 10th rank is for value 40. Now we have finished the rankings of this, what we are saying as ranks of English and ranks of mathematics. Then we can take the difference of rankings. Here I am taking the difference as rank of English minus rank of mathematics. Therefore, in this way I am ranking, but if you need, you can rank it in other way around as well. If I take the ranking or difference of rankings, rank of English minus rank of mathematics, here I am getting the value for D as 9 minus 4, it is 5, 3 minus 2, 1, 10 minus 10, 0, 4 minus 7, minus 3. Then here we'll get 1, minus 4, 0, 0, minus 1 and plus 1. Here as the next thing, what we need to do is we need to obtain this value for d squared. It is because d squared is used for the calculation. Then we'll get d squared, it is 5 squared, 25, 1 squared, 1, then 0, thereafter 9, 1, 16, 0, 0, 1 and 1. Now we can see that here I'm getting the summation. It is because if you see about the equation to calculate rho, rho can be obtained as 1 minus 6 times summation of d squared over n times n squared minus 1. Using this equation, we can calculate the value for rho. Therefore, we can get the value for rho. Then here it is 1 minus 6. But we need the summation of d squared. Then we need to have the summation of this as well. If you perform the calculation, 25 plus 1 plus 9 plus 1 plus 16 plus 1 plus 1. Altogether, we are getting the value as 54. Now, summation of d squared is equal to 54. Then 6 multiplied with 54. It is for summation of d squared. Then divided by n. N is total number of pairs. We can see that total number of pairs is equal to 10. Then 10 squared minus 1. If you perform the calculation, we'll get it as 0.6267. Accurate to 2 decimal places, we are getting rho equals 0.67. Therefore, we can comment on this as well using the scale that we have defined. Here we can see that our calculated value falls into this region. Therefore, we can say that there is a positive strong relationship between the marks for English and mathematics. Therefore, we can say that comment on this result as well. There is a strong positive relationship among the marks for English and mathematics. If you are in here, when you are for the calculation, if you are changing their orders, it is quite in here I have ranked it in the descending order, but if you need, you can rank it in the ascending order. But the main thing that you have to follow is if you are ranking one variable in the ascending order, other variable should be also ranked in the ascending order. Or else, if you rank one variable in descending order, then other variable also should be ranked in the descending order. You cannot change one as ascending and another one as descending order for making the ranks. Therefore, you have to stick into one method, whether it is descending or ascending order, and thereafter you can take the difference between the rankings. To take the difference between ranking, you can take one of them as first value and the next as the second value. It is because it does not affect on this. It is because we are taking its square term. Therefore, even though you are getting minus values, again you are getting the plus values. It is because you are taking its square term. Therefore, thereafter what we can do is we can do the substitution, and accordingly we have get the value for Spearman's rank correlation as 0.67, and thereafter, according to the scale that we have discussed previously, we can find out whether this calculated value falls in. Here it is a positive value 0.67 and falls into this region. Therefore, we can comment on that as there is a positive strong relationship between the marks for English and marks for mathematics. And so far we have discussed this method if there is no any tied rankings. It is because here we did not see any equal rankings, but now we'll see how we can perform the calculations if we are having tied rankings or for the data set given. Therefore, if the situation having the tied rankings, we'll see how we can perform the calculations. If there are tied rankings, then the formula for calculating Spearman's rank correlation is given as rho equals, there is a slight change here, 1 minus 6 times summation of d squared plus CF, summation of d squared plus CF, here where CF is supposed to be the correction factor divided by n times n squared minus 1. And CF, correction factor, can be obtained using the equation m times m squared minus 1 over 12. And if you see the notations, D is supposed to be the difference between the corresponding pairs of rankings, and n is the number of pairs of observation, and m is the number of values type, Therefore, using this equation, we can calculate the Spearman's rank correlation coefficient if we are having tied rankings. Now, if you see about the calculation procedure for this, as the first thing, we have to rank the columns separately, whether it is in ascending order or descending order, and thereafter we need to calculate the difference between the rankings, and then we need to calculate the correction factors separately. Then we need to apply the formula. Therefore, in the previous one, what we done was we rank the column separately, then we calculate the difference between the ranks, and then we have applied the formula. But here there is an additional step. Here we need to calculate the correction factors separately. Therefore, using this as well, we have to go for the calculation. Therefore, this is the only strange part apart from the previous equation. And now we can apply this equation to calculate the Spearman rank correlation if you are having tied rankings. And here the example is given, and now we will try to obtain the Spearman rank correlation for this given example. Here we'll see whether we can find out any tied rankings, or if we can find out the tied rankings, then we have to apply this set of formula, or else if we cannot find out any tied rankings, then we have to again do the calculation using the same formula as previously. Okay, now we'll do this example. Let's see about this example. As the first thing, I will write the the values which I have given in the row wise, I will try to make them in the column wise, and thereafter we'll see the ranking of these two variables separately. In the first column, I will include the values or marks obtained for English, and then in the next column, I will include the marks for the mathematics. For the values obtained for English or the marks obtained for English, if I write down, we can see that values are 56, 75, 45, next value is 71, then 62, 54, 58, 80, 76, and 70. Then the values or the marks obtained for mathematics for the student 1 is 66, student 2 it is 70, student number 3 40, likewise we'll get it as 60, 65, 56, 59, 77, 66, and 65. Now we need to have the rankings for English, ranks for English, and then we need to have the rank for mathematics. Ranks for English, if I get the values for the first term, first value is 80, then I'm having the value as 1, rank 1. Then next highest value is 76, then we can allocate rank 2 there. Then next highest value is 75, rank 3. Then next highest value is 71, 4. And here you can see that there are two similar values. Therefore, among these 71, here we can see that two 71s are here. Then we cannot apply two different rankings for them. Then we cannot apply one as rank number 4 and another as rank number 5. Since we cannot have this, then we should use a common ranking for both of them. Therefore, initially what we can see is, here we can say this as rank number 4 and this 71 as rank number 5. Now, since we cannot use two different rankings for a similar number, then what we need to do is, for number 71, what we need to do is, we need to take the average of the rankings. Here we are getting 4 plus 5 divided by 2, we'll get the value as 4.5. Now we can take, instead of 4 and 5, we can substitute or we can use the value of the ranking as 4.5 in the both places. Now we have used 4.5. The 4.5 has obtained using the rank number 4 and rank number 5. Then the next rank that we can allocate is rank number 6. We can see that the next highest value in the data set is 64. Therefore, I can allocate rank number 6 here. Then the next lowest value 6, then the next highest it is 62, then you'll get 7 here, then you'll get 58, it is 8, 59, and 45, it is the rank number 10. Now you can see that tied ranking was used instead of 4 and 5. Now we have used a tied ranking. It means a similar, or we are having ties. Then in the similar way, we can apply it for the, what we are saying as for the rank for mathematics. For the rank of mathematics, here we'll take the first value The highest value is 77, then you will get as rank number 1. Then the next highest value that we can see is 70. Then the rank we can allocate as 2. Then the next highest value, it is 66. 66, here we can see it is 3. And the next highest value again 66. We can see that we have allocated two different rankings for a similar number. Therefore, we cannot do it in that way. Therefore, we need to apply a similar value for both cases. Therefore, instead here we apply this as 66. This was given as rank number 3, and here for 66 we got rank number 4. Therefore, we cannot use the same rankings for two different rankings for a same value. Then we need to take the average of this. Then we'll get the average of 3 and 4, which equals to 3.5. Thereafter, now we have used the rank number 3, rank number 4. Then the next rank that we can have is rank number 5. If you allocate the rank number 5, the next highest value that we can see is 65. 65, we can see that we can allocate rank number 5. Then rank number 6, next highest is again 65. Then here also for a similar value, we have given two different rankings. Again, this cannot be happen. Therefore, instead of 5 and 6, we need to use a tied ranking. Instead of 5 and 6, 5 and 6, we need to take the average. It is for 65. We are having the ranks 5 and 6. That's why we get 5.5. We can say this equals to 5.5. Miss writing this as well. I will write it here. For the value 66, we got the rankings 3 plus 4 over 2. That's why we got 3.5 here. Okay, now we'll continue the calculation. Here we allocated 4 and 5 and 6 here. Then next highest ranking, it is value 60. It gives the value as 7. Then 8, 9, and 10. Therefore, this is the way that we are allocate the ranking. Suppose that if you are having 3 rankings, as an example, if you are having 3 ties and if you got as 4 and 5 and 6, then here also we need to take the average. It is 4 plus 5 plus 6. Suppose that we had 1, 2, 3, 4 rankings and we had the 3 ties. Then at that point what we can do is we can have to take the average. Then average is 5. Then we can say 1, 2, 3. Then 3 5s should be used here. It is because 3 numbers were there, average was taken as 5. Then we can start it by 7. It is because 4 5 6 were used and next starting value is 7. Therefore, in this way we need to use the tied rankings. We need to obtain it first and thereafter we can obtain these tied rankings. Then we can take the difference. We can have the difference. It is RE minus RM. We can have the difference. The first one is 9 minus 3.5. We can see that the value is 5.5. Then 3 minus 2, it is 1. 10 minus 10, 0. Then 4.5 minus 7, we can get it as minus 2.5. Then 7 minus 5.5. Then we are getting value as 1.5. 6 minus 9 is minus 3. 8 minus 8, 0. 1 minus 1, 0. 2 minus 3.5, minus 1.5. Here we are getting 4.5 minus 5.5. It is minus 1. Now this way we have obtained the difference of the rankings, and then we need to obtain the d squared value. We need to obtain the d squared values. Then as the first thing, it is 5.5 squared. Here we can see the value is 30.2425. Here we are getting the value as 1, then value 0, minus 2.5 squared. We can get it as plus 6.25. Then 1.5 squared is given as 2.25, minus 3 squared, it is 9, 0, 0, minus 1.5 squared, we'll get again this plus 2.25, then minus 1 squared is plus 1. Now we need to take the summation. It is because it will use in the calculation. To get the summation, now we can see that summation is equal to 52. Therefore, what we had obtained was summation of d squared is equal to 52. This is the next information we are having. Now, according to the equation that we are having, we need to take it as 4 equals 1 minus is 6 times. Here we need to have it as summation of d squared plus correction factor. We need to use the correction factor. It is because we are having the tide rankings, then n times n squared minus 1. And then we need to construct the correction factors separately. The correction factor here, it is a combination of all the correction factors we are having. Then we can get the equation for correction factor was defined as m times n squared minus 1, m times n squared minus 1 over 12. Now we need to have the three correction factors separate. It is because 71 was repeated 2 times, 66 repeated 2 times, 65 repeated 2 times. Therefore, we need to compute correction factors separately. Correction factor for 71. Here we can see that 71 has repeated for 2 times. 71 repeated 2 times in this column. Then we can get it as m equals 2. Then 2 squared minus 1 over 12. If you perform the calculation, then we'll get this value as 0.5. Then we need to calculate the correction factor for others as well. It is for 66 as well. For 66, we can see again 66 repeat for 2 times, then 2 squared minus 1 over 12. Here also we are getting the correction factor as 0.5. Then correction factor for the next value we can see is 65. Then correction factor for 65, we can see it is also again repeated for 2 times. Now we need to take the summation of all three as the correction factor. Then it is 0.5 plus 0.5 plus 0.5. Altogether we are getting the correction factor as 1.5. Now we can apply this or we can substitute the values in the formula which is given for us. It is 1 minus 6 times summation of d squared plus the correction factor divided by n times n squared minus 1. Now we can see the values. Here it is 1 minus 6 times summation of d squared. Summation of d squared was obtained as 52. Then summation or the correction factor, the entire correction factor obtained as the summation of these three correction factors. Then it is 1.5 divided by value of n. 10 pairs were used. Then 10 squared minus 1. Then we can have the value calculation for this. Here we can see that the value is 0.68. Accurate to two decimal places, we can get the value. Here also we can say that there is a strong positive relationship, strong positive relationship among the marks for mathematics. I will write it as among the variables, and if you need you can say it as there is a strong positive relationship among the marks of English and marks of mathematics. Therefore, this is how we are computing the Spearman's rank correlation if we are having the tied rankings. And here if I mention about, if you can see here we can see that the tied rankings for all three values we got them as 2, but if it is repeated then we can simply multiply 1 with this 3, or else if we are having somewhat different, suppose that if you are repeating 66 for 3 times, then this value become 3, and here it will get the equation as 3 times 3 squared minus 1 over 2. Likewise, we need to just do the substitution according to the situation. And this is all what I need to discuss for the Spearman's rank correlation coefficient. And thank you for all.